Hey, shuckalaka kapow. How's it going, old schoolers? You're kicking it old school with Russell JS, and I'm your host, Russell JS. I have yet another album battle royale for you. Two iconic albums of the early 1980s are going to duke it out from two legendary iconic bands. One band first started in 1969 and debuted, right there, I think, somewhere in the early 70s. While the other band, and then they became iconic by the early 1980s. Same thing with the other band, who two of its founding members were actually original members of Santana, of the band Santana, as you know, Greg Raleigh and Neil Schon. And again, in their own right, they became very iconic by the 1980s. What am I talking about? Oh, and by the way, I just realized that when I did the Kiss Double Platinum versus Van Halen Best of Volume 1, I already made a video of that. But I'd say I did a much better job because, you know what? I did keep Can't Get This Stuff No More and Me Wise Magic, those two garbage bonus tracks with David Lee Roth, but I did put in to add, make it even with 20 tracks, other songs like, Everybody Wants Some and Hot for Teacher and Finish What You Started, and one more bonus track. But tonight, the two albums I'm talking about that are going to duke it out, we've got Journey Escape versus ZZ Top Eliminator. Now, this one in particular, these two albums right here helped these bands become as iconic as they are today. And this one had quite a few hits and a couple videos on MTV to accommodate. Now, remember, if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit a like, subscribe, leave comments in that box down below, ring the bell down below for notifications, and tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your brother, your sister, your grandma, your grandpa, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your wife, your husband, your son, your daughter, your niece, your nephew, your grandson, your granddaughter, or your grandma and your grandpa, your pets, your work colleagues, your roommates, your classmates, your professors, your teachers, anybody that wants to kick it old school. And now, without further ado, let's see how these bad Oscars rank out, shall we? In the case of Journey Escape versus ZZ Top Eliminator, Don't Stop Believin' versus Give Me All Your Lovin'. Don't Stop Believin' is an okay song. Overplayed to death on the radio. And, oh my God, there's not a karaoke bar you can't go to or see a cover band that plays 80s rock, that go ahead and play this track, especially the karaoke people. A good lot of them, they get into groups and they're all drunk and they're yelling and screaming, can't hit the notes right. So I gotta, it's an okay song, but it can't compare to Give Me All Your Lovin'. Stone in Love versus Got Me Under Pressure. Ooh. This is a doozy right here. This is going to be my first tie right here. And remember the new thing I'm doing now, when an album has multiple ties, I'm flipping a coin. Who's Crying Now versus Sharp Dressed Man. You know what? That's another tie. I got to give it to them both. Still They Ride versus I Got Six. Still They Ride is okay, but it can't compare to I Got Six. Now, Escape versus Legs. Legs is a great track. Again, overplayed, oversaturated by radio. So I'm going to give it to Escape. And Escape is a great tune. Lay It Down versus Thug. Well, here we are at a crossroads where there's a tie. So guess what I got to do now? Oh boy. I like to be fair. Some people will leave the tie in there. I decided to stop doing it. So here's what. Lay It Down versus Thug. So heads, Lay It Down, tails, it's Thug. And the winner of this one is Lay It Down by Journey. So Journey takes the win for that. Dead or Alive versus TV Dinners. TV Dinners is okay. It's kind of corny and cheesy, so I'm going to give it to Dead or Alive. Mother, Father versus Dirty Dog. Hands down, I'm giving it to Dirty Dog. Open Arms versus If I Can Only Flag Her Down. I'm giving that to Open Arms. Even though Open Arms is played a lot, I prefer Open Arms over that one. And then the last song, which, we got 10 tracks for Journey and 11 for ZZ Top. We'll get Blank Space versus Bad Girl. And I gave the point to Bad Girl. And now both albums are at a tie. So that means heads, Journey, Escape, and tails, ZZ Top, Eliminator. Wait, that was a weak toss. Here we go. And the winner for this one is heads. There you have it, by fate. Due to a tiebreaker, ZZ Top wins this competition right here. And you know what? I was out shopping at the flea market trying to make a video, and I kind of goofed up on making the video, so I had to delete it. So maybe the next time I'll be good and ready to make a better video for that. And I'm starting to go ahead and make more videos. I'm actually going to make another one after I get finished with this one. And as I'm doing the other one, this one is going to be getting uploaded. So, as always, that's all the time I have for this video. Remember, keep it real, keep it fresh, keep it chill. Keep kicking it old school, keep listening to old school music, keep watching old school movies, keep playing old school video games, watching old school TV shows. And keep it real, keep it fresh, keep it totally rad, keep it awesome. And get you enough of love, get you enough of peace, get you enough of tranquility, get you enough of less chaos, no chaos, less drama, no drama. And as always, I wish you Godspeed. May the force be with you always. And shuckalaka kapow.